John, wheel the 8 of hearts coming on. Thank you.
Right down there. Is it right down there? Is that it? Nope. 5 of them.
Close. The back was the same color.
Close were you?
All right, so we have 4 things to run over.
Yeah, you're allowed.
Over the next 2 weeks, we have first is Rotary Happy Hour. Put on your calendar Wednesday, August 14th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Maxley Brewing and Oakley. Second thing you need to remember, professional development series. Meeting overload, how to hold engaged meetings that drive results. The came Armstrong. It will be held at 11 a.m. for the Thursday, August 15th meeting. Please sign up on Back TV. Third thing we need to remember is Rotary After Hours, which is on August 16th from 6 p.m. to 8:30, hosted by Colin Clark and Ross Saccone at their home. Again, there's walk. Please feel free to bring your spouse and or guest. The Board of Area bring an appetizer, snack, dessert to share, and a drink of your choice. We have just morning news now. We have the guest speaker for August 8th. Behind the scenes, Doug, Sarah, and the team and Al Conscious have been working diligently to secure a great speaker. We now have, we have announced, we want you to sign up for that to be about 5 o'clock tomorrow. Is Julie O'Neill from, she was with WCPO. She's an author and a local commentator. It should be a great event. Make sure you register by that Friday at 5. And then we have a late announcement thanks to Hux Miller, who is asking really for you to raise your hands for the following. The Club Social Committee is meeting to consider a casual golf outing on a Friday afternoon at Avon Field Public Course. Please raise your hand if you think you might be interested in the golf outing. And Hux is going to record all the names. And they're committed now, so appreciate the feedback, and it looks like it's a go, right guys? All right. So we're to the point of I wanted to announce Michael Valley is in favor to kick off the Walter Emmerling presentation.
How's that? So when I turned on the Olympics and I got to thinking about this program, I said, you know, this is kind of our Olympics right here. We're going to honor somebody today as we do every year. And we have so many great people. We just don't wait for the 4 years. We've got to do it every year. And just as Olympians train and train and train, compete once in a while and train some more. We're not all that different. We go to committees, we chair a committee, we go to activities, we go to service projects, all year long. And that's what we are. We are all Rotarian Olympics. And we're just giving somebody a gold medal today. So that was a fun one I had this morning. Okay, so, as Eric mentioned, today is a very special day. We're about to honor one of our members. Somebody keep telling me about the microphone. Right? With the club's prestigious Walter Emmerling Award. And for those of Walter Emmerling, or Wally as most of us knew him, was a long-time member of our club and very much admired by everyone. He was often a greeter, even in his later days, at the doors to Hall of Mirrors. But he would come in his walker, he'd unfold it, he'd sit down, he'd shake everybody's hand, walk through the door. He wanted to know everybody, or didn't know most people, but wanted to know everybody. Okay. So, Wally was raised in Goldenwood. He lost his father at the young age of 5. But Wally made something of himself regardless of what was thrown at him. And like many of us, he learned about the world early and jumped right in. With his paper route and active involvement in the Boy Scouts, he began early in working life, learning and living his Rotarian life. Not long after that, in 1924, Wally became a Buckeye and entered the Ohio State University. And 4 years later, in 1928, he graduated with a degree in business. Soon after graduating, Wally was signed on as a new hire to Cincinnati's Property Management Company. It gave him Wally's 40-year career at Property Management. He became a Rotarian in 1939 at the age of 45. He was president of our club in the Rotary years 64-65. He was a member of the rest of his 55 boards. He was elected to the school board, the YMCA board, NOVA, series of boards. Okay. So he belonged to many organizations, including the school board, Friars Club, YMCA board, and many other well-known organizations. And along the way, received numerous awards, which included the National Office Manager Association's award. In 1976, you all have heard of our SIR award, Super Bowl Rotarian. 1976, Wally was the very first recipient of that award. But beyond all of his achievements, Wally Schaefer, past president Pat Evenson, was a gentleman in the truest sense of the word. He was a man of integrity and strong dedication. It's obvious he represented the Rotarian, what Rotary was all about in so many ways. So 30 years ago, in the spring of 1994, the club held the first Rotary Spring Classic. I believe that was cheered by Greg Wojcik. Was it Greg? The Rotary Spring Classic began as a roast, a fundraiser, and a golf alley, where Wally was selected as the first honoree of the event. Eventually, the board of directors elected to modify the event and rename it in Wally's honor. Thus was the creation of what we are celebrating today, the annual Walter Emmerling Award Day. We remember Wally today for the passing away at the age of 99 in 2004, shortly before what would have been his 100th birthday. Since that beginning, in 1994, several members, many of them past presidents, past district governors, even past international board of directors, have been honored with this award, and we'd like to introduce them this afternoon. So it's a long list, I'm just going to run through it. So in addition to Wally, that first year, we had from the nation, John Aarons, Bob Spagg, Doug Howe, Carl Krantz, Ira Abrahamson, and Bruce Brooke, who was the person I just mentioned, was on the international board of directors. Jim Powers, Jack Schaefer, Tom Powell, Gus Hewley, Greg Wojcik, Jack Berger, and Pete Armstrong. That rounds out the first slide. So next we have Don Meyer, Greg Fisher, Julian Magnus, Al Pontius, Owen Rassman, Steve Haber, Steve Packy, shared responsibilities of talking to families, gathering pictures, writing the script, just as we might do today. Their format used two podiums. It was usually all in every single place. They had two podiums across the stage from each other. We shared responsibilities of talking to families, responsibilities, and talk back and forth across the stage about the award. And typically this award, it's a surprise. They don't know until the minute their name is announced who it's going to be. They just randomly out in the audience someplace until their name comes up. Well, that worked well until one year, Jim Powers, one of the presenters that was up here, was the awardee. So together, we wrote a script honoring some ghost Rotary. I asked Greg, he doesn't remember who that was, but he wrote one for somebody. Well, Greg wrote the real one for Jim Powers. So what a surprise that was for Jim. When his name was announced, and he was standing across the stage. That happened again 4 years later. When that was happening, it was Greg's turn to win the award. Something similar happened last year. And I'll tell you about that later. So who's it going to be this year? There was a tease. I'll let you look at this picture while I tell you about last year's surprise. We've been fortunate enough over as many years as I've been doing this, and Steve as well, to have Rotarians Carl Pappas and Julie Boyer, who are also sitting here at my table. They sit in the back room someplace with the awardee's family and friends and guests. And we kind of keep them informed of what's going on and make sure they come through the back door at the appropriate time. But last year, it was the surprise. The real family and guests were hosted by in the booth, totally separate room. Julie couldn't make it last year, but Carl was there. And he hosted the stand-in family. There was a whole other room, a whole other family. And Carl just did this little thing, trying to figure out where they're seated, when he's going to put them in, and so forth. And that was Hudson River Hill. That's all Hudson River Hill today. They were the most family, per se, that Carl ushered in. So that's Carl and those big rings that ushered them in, just like this. This picture shows up on the screen. He's in the back of the room. Oh, that's me. That's a tremendous feeling. Okay, so long enough. This year's 2024. Only an award winner. Okay, not so fast. Maybe this picture will give you a little bit better idea of who the awardee is. Fellow Rotary guests, it's our honor to announce the 2024 awardee, past president, Michael Schachter.
Congratulations, Michael. This is your day today, and we are pleased to be here on your behalf. Here you are at 8 weeks old, having been born to Harry and Wilma Schatzman in Milford, Ohio. You got to be close to this microphone, don't you? Your parents, Harry and Wilma, were married in July of 1946 at the Fairfax Presbyterian Church. Your dad fought in the Philippines and joined the occupational forces in Japan, but perhaps as a result of his year in Nagasaki right after the bomb was dropped, he was often sick. And as a result of Wilma taking care of him, your mom was the strongest person you've ever known. Here you are at age 4 with your sister Cheryl at 8 months, and then later with your mom at home in Milford. Everywhere you went, you were dressed to the nines with a coat and tie. Your mom was into gardening and would plant and can
acre of your grandfather's 5-acre farm where you and Cheryl spent a lot of your time together. And later, when you were 12, you received your first bowling ball at Christmas. Yeah, there's the bowlers. You spent many a time at the bowling alley, but the last time bowling was when you bowled with the Rotary bowling team when you were running for the board of directors of our club. Cheryl was great at sports and was even better than you at bowling. And here you are having fun with her. Due to her health, Cheryl was unable to make it here today in person as we would have hoped she could. So please join me in acknowledging her to help Cheryl out. Michael has been steadfast in her help for her with her health concerns and truly a big brother. You spent your entire time in school growing up in Milford, here shown in the 8th grade, again, dressed in a tie. You said that while in high school you were much too shy to ask a girl to go to a dance, so the only one you went to was the Sadie Hawkins dance where you were asked to go. You didn't know it then, but your date was to be crowned queen, followed by your solo dance with her. And your Milford High School class of 75 senior picture here taken earlier. 2 weeks later, you cut your hair for summer football camp, and it's never been that long again. At 5 feet 11 and 200 pounds, you were the biggest guy in your class, and you played football from grade 7 through your senior year. The team was a right-handed running team, meaning that many of the plays were runs to the right side. And to support the team, you played right tackle, where you were voted best offensive lineman for most of your senior games. On your 18th birthday, in November of '74, Milford played a game against Glen Estee. Your mom brought chocolate cake for everyone after the team meal. During the final quarter, Milford was down a touchdown, and with possession of the ball, ran a running play to the left where you picked up a few yards. Next play was a run to the right, with the running back behind you, and in front of you were 2 Glen Estee defensive players, a safety and a cornerback. Word has it you took out both the defensive players, and the running back ran 96 yards for the touchdown, and Milford picked up a couple more scores and won the game. After the end of that successful game and season, the coaches voted you best defensive lineman for the entire 1974 football season. Here you are accepting the award from the offensive coordinator, and that plaque is still hanging on your wall today. Surprising to think that maybe nearly 50 years ago, you won that tremendous award. Years later, you went to the Bengal Stadium to get your club seats, but ended up in the administration area instead, where you then saw head coach Marvin Lewis. When the receptionist asked how she could help, you announced in your deep, loud voice, "I'm here for the fullback position." At which time Marvin turns around, eyes you up one side and down the other, and you both burst out laughing. It's obvious why you were such a dedicated Bengals fan with your numbered jersey saved as your high school number. After doing some television work in high school, you were the first to graduate from Miami University in 1979 with a double major in theater and mass communications, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science. After some earlier jobs, you were a stage manager at La Comedia Dinner Theater, and here you are in one of your rare appearances on stage. Then it was on to the Alley Shop, a custom exhibit house, where you started a business unit focused on ready-to-made tabletop displays, and after 2 years, you were promoted to sales manager for the entire company. That was followed by positions with Macy's, including customer service, and as Services Support Manager, where you became known as the Fix-It Guy, providing feedback and leadership for all the call center reps. And then down the bottom, here you are hosting Rotary's Vocational Fellowship meeting at Macy's, and in the background is the display that you created for Macy's while you were at the Ouch. Michael, you've been a member of our club for over 28 years, having joined in 1996 in the line of retail soft goods. You were sponsored by past president Gus Yingling, and you're included in our club's list of Paul Harris Fellows. You were president of our club in the Rotary year 2004 to 2005, and during your year, there were many notable events. Gus Yingling, who was your sponsor, was the Walter Emmerling Awardee that year. Kitty Carlisle was a fantastic program. We built and commemorated the Don Walters Memorial Handicap Accessible Fishing Dock next to Scott Pond at Camp Allen. And during your year as president, we started raising funds for the first handicap accessible treehouse that was constructed in Mount Airy Forest. And whether it's our Condon holiday party or the recent pickle draw, you continue to remain involved in our club. You organize our neighborhood coffee outings where you invite us to not be latte to the party and to stir up some grounds for new memberships. Your words, not mine. And you let us know about happy hours and attend chamber events, being an ambassador of our club and letting others know the benefits of membership in Rotary. And we can call you a Rotary social media influencer as we receive emails from you celebrating new members, birthdays, and anniversaries, all helping us remain informed and engaged. As a result of all the outreach and successful membership development activities you have done for the club, for bringing in 13 new members last year, you were awarded your second Paul Harris Fellow Award, adding a sapphire to your pin at the recent change of the guard this past June. Finally, we want to acknowledge people that have been an important part of your life, and in a moment, a couple of them will share some thoughts with us. But first are your good friends, Suzanne and Dave Richmond. Here's Suzanne, a former racquetball and Bengals ticket holder partner. When you recently fell at home, Suzanne and Dave were there all the while to get you moved and rehabbed back to good health. Next, we have a couple of people who want to tell you what you have meant to them. And first, we're going to invite your lifelong friend from Milford, Dave Sense. So please welcome Dave up to the podium.
That year, we both attended school for the first time. During these 5 years, I really got to know Mike, or as he would be known to all, Shots. Shots was active as a class officer who worked on the school pavement and just about anything else that interested him. He was especially interested in theater. Meanwhile, I was content to just contribute to various school projects as asked. Mike was always eager to try to get his classmates and friends to be involved with him, and he usually succeeded. Apologize, I had to go out. I was sing here. When we graduated, Mike set off from Miami University, majoring in theater. I continued at UC, studied business, and during our college years, we would see each other from time to time. One memorable time was when I was invited to a party that Mike and Kevin had. Not being an experienced partier, Mike ensured that I would make it home in one piece without causing property damage. I was grateful to him at the time and grateful to this day. Thinking of that incident prompted me to call Mike's former roommate, Kevin. Recollecting the recounting the party story to Kevin, I asked Kevin if he had a shot story he would have me share, and without hesitation he did. The ode to Mike's competitive side, an intramural game of flag football, as Mike was the nose tackle and Kevin the linebacker. On this game, apparently the guy across from Shots was pulling some dirty stuff, and our hero had had enough. Kevin turned downfield to cover a receiver and heard a loud smack, only to turn around to see Mike and head slap the defender to the turf. The sound of the head slap can only be described as dropping a pumpkin from a 3-story building. The unsavory play came to a halt, and Kevin had to be helped up from the ground, doubled over flat. Mike and I graduated 4 years. After 4 years, Mike went on to New York before returning to Cincinnati to pursue a sales career. I, along with my brother, started the landscape business. It wasn't until our mid-20s that we reconnected again. I became involved in the local JC chapter and had asked Mike to join. Together, we led and participated in many community service projects and fundraisers. And it can also be said that we learned how to and how not to run a service project. In 1988, I was fortunate enough to be married to my bride, Karen, and Mike was a part of our wedding at that time. In the immediate years to follow, as family and business commitments grew and my involvement with Jason began to dwindle, Mike and I drifted away for a number of years and then reconnected once again once I learned that my wife Karen and Mike had become Facebook friends. Over a big boy and a hot fudge cake, we filled the missing time gap, and as the usual Shot style, he enthusiastically shared upcoming plans and projects. I had nearly forgotten how being with Mike is always positive, fun, and uplifting, unless of course you're crossing football. I am only too happy to share my congratulations with a great friend who exemplifies the words that he and I recited on many a JC meeting. Service to humanity is the best work of life. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave. Next is Diane Brazy, and for our newer members, Diane was our former executive director and started her tenure when Michael started his year as president.
Well, hello, Chief. Agent 99 here, calling to congratulate you on being this year's Wally Emmerling Award recipient. advice. Some of it really good, and some of it, well, questionable. I think that's why we thought we were living in an episode of Get Smart. Now, when you were president, you made a couple big changes that some might not remember or even know about. Your first order of business was to get rid of the rickety old badge rack and buy wooden badge boxes. Well, now this was a really good idea. And so we carefully color-coded everyone's badge to a specific colored box. This went along really well until the first meeting when we realized several members were colorblind. But we started those waiting time. Before every meeting, if we didn't carry them just so the badges would fall out, then we'd have to scurry to put them back in place. Now your second big move was a break from tradition. You decided to move the head table from the stage in the Hall of Mirrors to the side of the room so we could have a more intimate meeting atmosphere. Well, there were just a few members who were convinced that Paul Harris himself was going to rise from the grave over this. Well, after a while, everyone calmed down, and it had been like it had always been that way. And that was great until a year or so later, for whatever reason, we had to move the head table back for a meeting, and the same people were upset that we broke from tradition and moved the head table to the stage. Yep, sometimes it was like an episode of Get Smart. Well, there are so many great memories of working with you, most of them really good, and a few that we're just going to leave uncoming silence. But one I will share was the year that you and Gus Yingling went in business together selling a natural garden enhancement product. In other words, manure. So the trade fair came along, and there you were at your booth with Rotarians lined up to order bags of manure. Well, we got quite a chuckle out of this, that only Michael Schatzman could sell bags of manure to club members and make them feel good about their purchase. I can always count on you, Michael, for a good joke, some words of wisdom, and a lot of laughs. You lived the four-way test in all that you did while I was with you, and I know that you are most deserving of this award. Bob and I offer our deepest congratulations to you as you join the long list of other Rotarians who have also lived out service above self. Well, my time is up. I need to go. I hope someone gets a June Ricky for you after the meeting, because you certainly deserve it. This is EG 99, signing on.
Big thanks to Diane. Michael, the following describes the Walter Emmerling Award, and I quote, "In 1994, the directors of the Rotary Club of Cincinnati established an award to be presented to a great living Rotarian who exemplifies the highest qualities a Rotarian could achieve, one who demonstrates service above self, and one who serves as a model to others. It's obvious why we are celebrating you today." So, Michael, I'm going to ask you to make your way up to the podium, if you would please, and while you're doing that, we want to thank Michael's sister, Cheryl. She was helpful in getting pictures together, and to our speakers, Dave Sense and Diane Brazy, and to Sarah and Christy for all their help in putting the program together. We're going to turn the program back over to President Eric, fellow Rotarians and guests, Michael Schatzman, the 2024 Walter Emmerling Award winner.
nose, you want to talk, and we have to hold you up for 30 seconds. The reason why Doug is here is because this award was going to be presented in Doug's year. We want to make sure that Doug can present it during my year and make it special between the 2 years. So, Doug.
Thank you, President Eric. And as Eric said, it is the honor of every Rotary president to be able to present the Walter Emmerling Award. And there was a picture of Michael receiving the Paul Harris Award a few weeks ago, and we were able to surprise him with that award. This award, we were not able to surprise him. We had planned to do this in May. His sister fell ill, and Michael, like a true brother, needed to be there, and so we delayed the presentation, and Cheryl let it slip that Michael was the recipient of this award, but it all worked out in the end. So Michael, in appreciation of your dedication and continuing service to the Rotary Club of Cincinnati, the Board of Directors does hereby present to you the Walter Emmerling Award that has been established to be given to great living Rotarians who have demonstrated service above self. And let me just add to that, Eric mentioned the membership czar title. So many of you know Michael retired from Macy's in March of 2022. And he's always been a phenomenal Rotarian, but literally upon his retirement, he stepped up and said, "Steve King, what can I do to help?" So he went to work immediately. Then when I became president in July of 2023, Michael said, "Let me help us begin to rebuild the membership of this club." And so Michael became our membership director, unpaid membership director, and he did a phenomenal job. As many of you know, we did a break even in the last Rotary year, which had not been done in a long, long time, and it was all because of this man. And now, I'm really happy to say that if you go to Michael's LinkedIn profile, he's no longer retired from Macy's. He actually stopped being retired from Macy's in July of 2024, and he is now officially the membership czar as of July 2024. Let's give him a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. This is a little overwhelming. Congratulations, you're about to see something you will never see again. I'm speechless at the program. Enjoy it. 4 years ago in November, it'll be 4 years since I fell down a flight of stairs and ruptured the quadricep tendon in both legs. And I wasn't so sure my life was over at that point. I was sent to a rehab facility at the height of COVID. People were dying right and left. And I wasn't sure I was going to get out. So what happened, someone who had really not been into Facebook all that much, this became my way to the outside world. Nobody could come in, certainly no way. And I started doing more and more Facebook work, including sending birthday messages to people on their birthday. So Linda Muth, also thank you to Linda, had the idea that why don't I take over the role that Jack Berger used to have and send birthday announcements to everyone. I sent one today to Aaron going to work. You can see them on our private Facebook group. And then that was kind of like the beginning of chapter 2 of my second career in Club 17. And it kind of brought me back around to be more in touch with everybody. And then as the legs got a little better, rehab came around. I started getting more and more involved. Started sitting in on every committee meeting that we find. Well, I'm tired, so why not? I thought I was going to be